Well, it's the new rock album review show. It's me, Nigel Matthews, my panel to Lauren, to Andy, and to Paul. Welcome, guys.
Hello.
We review the latest rock albums and we rate them out of 5. Now, you wonder why I'm a bit subdued. Because I apologise to everybody. Today we're reviewing Keith Urban, okay, and his new album High. Now, Keith's previous albums, Keith's a big country western. If you want to read his biography, and his previous album was definitely country rock, country pop, country rock, and it was brilliant. It was actually about 2 years ago. It was like before we started doing this. I reviewed it for my blog, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was probably one of my favourite because I love a bit of country rock music. But is this country rock? I'm waiting for the whole knives in the back scenario here to come out, or is it just country? Paul, answer me that question. Keith Urban.
I will definitely answer that question. So Keith Urban has been a popular artist in my household for the last couple of years with his unique band of country rock. I was confused as on his latest album cover he is in half-light silhouette with an electric guitar. I don't know why, because High is a pure country album. It's pleasant enough, but there's nothing to rock home about.
Lauren.
Well, when I was told Keith Urban's new album, I thought, oh, I'm in for something a little bit different, a bit interesting, a bit outside of what I would normally listen to. And then as I started listening, I thought, oh my gosh, what have I done to Nigel to upset him? For making me listen to this. No offence, Keith, should you ever watch this. Country voice through and through, but it's not rock. It's very mainstream. And one of my main notes I've got on here is it feels at points like music with no idea what it's trying to be. There are songs that have got R&B vibes to it in places. There's like Break the Chain was a bit folky and then it went weird, and one of my things as well is the first, I don't know if you call it a track on the album, Blue Sky, is just the sound of an alarm clock and him waking up and saying, oh, I wish there was some blue sky. Now, if you're doing a concept album and then your songs tell a story and you end in a similar vein, love it. One of my favourite things ever is Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds. It does it very well. But that's the only time that happens on this album, and it left me baffled. Yeah.
Andy, were you baffled the fact that this is a rock show and then you got given this album to review, or did you actually really enjoy it?
You know what? Actually, I'm going to go at a different angle from you two stuck in the whole rock. It has to be rock.
Come on, Andy. You tell them, my friend. You tell them.
I am judging this
Yeehaw!
if I enjoyed it or not, and if I enjoyed listening to it. And that's what I'm going to do. So you rock snobs can go off and be rock snobs.
I often say this.
I don't want to be on the pop show, Andy, to be honest.
Well, I didn't give you the album, so trust me, I'm just following through and just making notes and see if I enjoyed it or not.
That's the right approach, Andy. Don't let anybody knock it.
Damn shame. And you're allowed a little intro. It's fine. It sets up the mood for it. It's not a... Actually, I'm probably defending this too much because it's probably going to be like, oh, I loved it and gave it a 5. But actually, I'm going to dial it back. You know what? I judged it, and if I actually enjoyed listening to it. I'm not a country guy. I don't particularly do country. But I found it actually it was very polished, without a doubt, which is what you expect from somebody like Keith Urban. You know, he's been around forever, sold bajillions of, like, records. You know, married to Nicole Kidman, so he's doing all right and everything. Well, yeah. So, yeah, you get what you expect from it, without a doubt. It is country, but it was very easy to listen to. There is sometimes he brings in a bit more rocky and a bit more sort of like the mainstream from the country stuff. But but I'm going to judge it on if I actually enjoyed listening to it, and I kind of did. I kind of like enjoyed it. It was very easy to just have it sort of like in the background and sort of like hum along to it a little bit. But yeah, it wasn't anything special for me. But I'm going to defend it in that it was at least okay to listen to.
Yeah, I think the problem was that I think our expectations were also quite high as well, particularly mine and Paul's. Our expectations were when I said to Paul, do you want to be on the list of Keith Urban? Oh, we love Keith Urban in this house. Yeah, definitely. And so my expectation was also quite high. So I think for us, there's also that element of utter disappointment that this is purely and utterly and completely and unadulterated. There is no glimmer of it. I absolutely gone back to its roots, pure country album. It's not a rock album in the slightest, and therefore for us, it's a little bit of like, oh, really? If I wanted to listen to country, I could listen to country all day long. And for me, there was nothing really exceptional about this album in terms of being a country album. It was I like country, but I get really bored of it really quickly. And I got bored of this album really quickly. And I was looking for some. I did enjoy Chuck Taylor. Maybe because I thought, oh, there might be this about Chuck Norris, and that might be exciting. I don't know, but Chuck Taylor landed onto my cool playlist from that perspective as well. So yeah, so it was really just a generic country album, and that was it. Right, Trish felt the same, pretty much. I would agree with the rest of us. It wasn't really a rock album. Let's find out. I'm going to ask the question, will it be our worst rated album of the year? Let's find out, because I don't think it's going to get into our Hall of Fame. Paul, what did you give it?
I give it a 1.5.
Lauren?
I gave it a 1.
Andy?
I'm going to at least give it a little bit of credibility with 3.5.
Trish, give it a little bit more credibility. Give it a 2, not by much, because I also... Paul, we're quite similar at the minute, apart from Snow Patrol. I also give it a 1.5. It scored, no surprise, 1.9. It is not our worst album ever rated. That's still held by the wonderful Arctic Monkeys. But it is our least favourite album of the month. 1.9, 416 out of 444. And it's not our worst album of the year either. That goes to Chelsea to Wolf, I think. 140th out of 142. Well, what do you think? Do you think we should, as a rock album reviewing things like this, to let you know that a previously country rock album was not a country rock album? Anyway, leave your comments below, like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Thank you to my panel. Goodbye. Keep rocking. Bye for now.